Hey guys, today we'll do the unboxing and overview of a new headphone that I just got. This is the Audio-Technica AWKT, the AWAS. And yeah, I got this one because I saw a good deal for it. This is an expensive headphone. It's one of Audio-Technica's most expensive headphones. So Audio-Technica, by the way, those guys don't know, they're a Japanese audio company. They make all sorts of audio equipment. They mainly focus on, I would say, turntables, phono cartridges, headphones, and microphones. I think those are the four main things that they focus on. But yeah, I've owned several different Audio-Technica headphones before in the past. They make headphones like from the affordable ones, like $100 headphones, all the way up to thousands of dollars. So they have, I think they even have like a $5,000 headphone. So this one retails brand new for $1,400 US. So this is actually one of their most expensive headphones, I would say. Generally, people think of Audio-Technica headphones as being like more affordable, like, you know, $100, maybe $200, but they do definitely have premium headphones as well. And I've had the pleasure of actually owning several different expensive Audio-Technica headphones before, so I did want to do a comparison between these headphones with some of the other Audio-Technica headphones that I own, as well as the Denon D9200, which is another high-end Japanese headphone. So yeah, a bit more about the Audio-Technica AWAS. So this is, I think, Audio-Technica's third most expensive closed-back headphone. Like I said, they make a whole range of headphones. This is their third most expensive closed-back. The only two more expensive is the AWKT, which I also have on hand here because I've owned this one as well, and the AWKT, and that was way more expensive. I don't own that one. That was like $5,000. So anyways, I have the $1,400 AWAS right here, and then I have the $1,600 Denon D9200, which I also want to compare it to, as well as the Audio-Technica AWKTs, which are the level above this one. This is like $1,900. So anyways, I kind of want to compare them all together. Right, so first let's take a look at the AWAS. So for Audio-Technica's high-end headphones, the high-end closed-back headphones, I should say, they all use sort of a unique wood on the ear cups, which shows off Japanese craftsmanship. So this one uses Asada Zakura, which is Japanese cherry wood. It looks really beautiful in the pictures. I've yet to see it in real life, of course. But yeah, this is the model name, AWAS. Until recently, this was actually their second most expensive closed-backs, but then they introduced the AWKT recently. I'm not even talking about their limited edition models. They have several limited edition closed-back models as well that are really expensive, but I'm not counting those. But yeah, $1,400. This is right now the third most expensive closed-back headphone for the non-limited headphones. Okay, and it's of course made in Japan, which it should be for this price. All right, let's take a look. All right, it's this big box. Get rid of that cover there, and then I have Audio-Technica here. Nice kind of felt surface, a little bit of felt actually. Let's see what's in the box here. Big box. Yeah, they focus on the presentation a lot with their headphones, which is always nice. I mean, high-end Japanese headphones always focus on presentation as well, which is great. So yeah, this is what it looks like once you unbox it. It comes with an adapter. This is looks like 1/4 inch or 6.3 millimeter to a 3.5 millimeter adapter. So it's nice. It comes with that. This is what the headphones are like. It's in this nice velvety type of packaging here. So let's see what it comes with. It should come with a set of balanced and unbalanced cables. So let's take a look here. So first set of cables we have is XL. This is a 4-pin balanced XLR cable. This is the Audio-Technica's proprietary connectors. Yes, they use proprietary connectors. It's called A2DC. That's a connection that Audio-Technica uses on their headphones. So unfortunately, if you're going to find third-party cables, yeah, you might have to pay extra for them because Audio-Technica does have their own proprietary connection. So yeah, they use the A2DC connectors, which are proprietary to Audio-Technica. But yeah, a 4-pin XLR, this is a heavy-duty balanced connection for use with home desktop headphone amplifiers. So yeah, this is not something you would find on a portable system. This is definitely for, yeah, this is the connection you would use for a desktop headphone amplifier at home. Yeah, and usually the ones with the 4-pin, yeah, are fairly expensive. So this is really meant to be an expensive. This is a cable really meant for audiophiles, I would say. That most people who are just listening to this casually probably won't be using these cables. But if you're, if you have like an expensive home desktop headphone amplifier, then that's when you would use this. But I'm guessing Audio-Technica figures, hey, if you're paying this much for a headphone, then you're probably kind of an audiophile, right? You're not going to be a casual everyday listener. Makes sense, because these are not really meant to be portable. I mean, look at their size, right? They're for at-home listening. Okay, so you got a 6.3 millimeter or 1/4 inch connector as well, and this is using the Audio-Technica proprietary connectors. So this is the unbalanced connection, is using these, again, heavy-duty connection here for at-home listening. And what else do we get here? Yeah, you get some paperwork here. Alright, so you got the AWAS, AWS dynamic headphones. The manual here, I don't think I need to have a manual for wired headphones. Maybe for wireless, because wireless often you have a bunch of electronics and stuff in there, but no, not for wired. Wired is pretty simple. You just hook it up with a cable and it just works. It's supposed to. Anyways, those are the two cables it comes with. Both of these cables are really meant for at-home listening. So I get the sense that these headphones are supposed to be for use at home, even though they're closed back. They're heavy-duty closed back headphones. They're pretty big. So, I mean, you could use them outside, because they are closed back after all. They don't leak any sound. But at the same time, because they're kind of big and bulky, they're really meant to be used at home, and you get the, I would say, the heavy-duty connections for the at-home. Both of these connections are really for desktop amplifiers, right? You got you got a 6.3 millimeter, and then you have an adapter for a 3.5. That's for more portable sources. Then, yeah, 4-pin balanced XLR. Wow, pretty heavy-duty connections there. But yeah, I already get the sense that's what Audio-Technica geared these headphones towards, is at-home listening for audiophiles that can afford to spend this money. And yeah, these are the AWAS, and they are quite beautiful looking headphones, as most of Audio-Technica's high-end headphones are. Very beautiful, especially the closed back headphones. I mean, I can also show you guys the AWKTs, which are one level up, and show you guys as well. I think they have pretty much the same size drivers. The reason why these are so big is because they're 53 millimeter dynamic drivers inside of here, so that's why the ear cups are so big. Really, again, at home listening, they don't fold up or anything like that. They're really meant to be used at home. But yeah, the AWAS has this Japanese cherry wood, which is called Asada Zakura. So yeah, this kind of Japanese cherry wood looks really beautiful. And it uses this other headphone band design, which I actually don't really like. I find this uncomfortable. They use this on the AWKTs as well. I don't know why they went with this headphone band design. I would have preferred the one on the, now I have another Audio-Technica headphone here as well, the AP2000Tis. These are a little bit cheaper than the AWAS. These are $1250 US, and the AWS is $1400. These ones are a bit more portable because you can actually fold them up and stuff. Yeah, you guys can tell that yeah, the AWS is way more bulky looking compared to the AP2000Tis. So the AP2000Tis, this headphone is interesting. I like them for their very specific purpose, because these headphones are not for general listening. They're really only meant for very specific genres. But I like them because they're very portable and they're also comfortable. But I wish they had this kind of headband, right? Just a normal leather headband would be nice, but for some reason on the AWS and AWKTs they went with this yeah, this dual band headband, I guess, which isn't as comfortable, honestly. And it's got this very thin layer of foam here instead of leather. So I don't know why they went with this kind of headband for their higher end models. But anyways, it is what it is. So adjustable here. This is yeah, right and left. At least this is clearly denoted here on the headband. Sometimes other headphones, they don't have you know, what's left or what's right showing up very well. You have to kind of look for it, but here it's very easily, you can just tell where it is. And then here you got the made in Japan here. I don't know if you guys can see that, the AWAS made in Japan. Gotta have that. And then you can see how big these drivers are, 53 millimeter drivers, pretty huge drivers right here. on the inside. Ear cups here are nice soft leather. So these are nice ear cups. So these are comfortable ear cups. It's just I don't like this headband. I don't know why they have to go with this headband here. Wish Audio-Technica would just use this headband instead that they have on the AP2000Ti's. Or even their lower end models like the R70X. Like why can't they have that kind of headband on this? So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, compared to the AP2000Ti's, these are a very special headphone because they really accentuate the high end more than anything else. So they're really meant for genres of music that has a lot of high end in it, like electronic music, dance music, yeah, those kind of music with a lot of excitement and energy in the front end. In the high end, these will add even more to it, so it sounds very dynamic and lively. So really kind of a specialist headphone, but I like these because they're actually pretty comfortable and they are sort of portable. I mean, they're big headphones, but they're still sort of portable. You can fold them flat. These are just really meant for at-home listening. You guys can tell it doesn't fold flat at all, and plus they're bigger, more bulky. And then I'll show you guys the comparison to the AWKTs, which are one level up as well. So this is a pretty similar case actually. So if you guys take a look at the AWKTs, they come in a wooden box instead of this felt box. So this is kind of like a felt box right here for the AWAS. AWKTs come in like a nice wooden box instead. And then these are what the AWKTs look like. And again, these are $500 more expensive than the AWAS. These retail for $1,900. So these ones definitely, you can see there's similarities between these two, right? They have pretty much the same design. Yeah, pretty much the same design. Only differences from the exterior is that this uses kokutan. This is a different kind of wood. So I know dark zebra wood or something like that, but kokutan wood is what they use here. And yeah, Sara Zakura is what is used on the AWAS. So the difference is really exterior-wise. The difference is only in the wood between these two, the AWS and AWKTs. Of course, there's driver differences as well. But it's not something that you can easily see from the outside. From the outside, they both look pretty similar. Similar headband, pretty much the same headband actually, and even the cups, they both use leather. Yeah, pretty similar cups as well. So yeah, so on the exterior, I would say the major difference between the AWS and the AWKT is really just the type of wood used. I like the kokutan wood a little bit more. It's got this darker. It's a darker Japanese kind of walnut wood, but then yeah, the AWAS has this Japanese cherry wood, which also looks pretty nice too. They both look really nice. This one's $500 more expensive, but I'm gonna say at this price range, I think it's gonna depend on the preference, right? The AWKTs, actually, I think these are also kind of for a special kind of listening as well, because they really accentuates the high upper mid-range. So I would say this really accentuates the high upper mid-range, like female vocals especially. So it's really kind of meant for a specialist listening as well. It's not really an all-around performer. I would say that for general kind of music, it doesn't sound quite as good as some of my other headphones, like the D9200 by Denon. I think this is more of an all-around headphone. So might as well talk about this one as well. So over here, I have another high-end Japanese headphone. This one costs $1,600 US. It is the Denon D9200, and also this one uses Japanese bamboo. Pretty nice. So yeah, out of these three, the Denons definitely are, I would say, I mean, they all use Japanese wood, right? This is Japanese bamboo, this is Japanese cherry wood, this is Japanese walnut. They all use different Japanese wood. But their sound qualities are going to be quite different, I think. I haven't tested the AWAS right now. I'm going to test it in this video soon. But just out of these two really, I've done a video doing the unboxing comparison between them, and they're quite different in terms of sound. The AWKTs, like I said, more specialized towards the upper mid-range for female vocals and stuff. Very, very pushed forward on that end. So yeah, pushed more towards the high end, I would say. The upper mid-range and the high end are very pushed up on this headphone, so it's more specialized. The D9200 is more of a general purpose headphone. This one is just good for listening to most kinds of music. It has very impactful, slammy bass. but it's not like pushed up too much or anything. It's pushed up a little bit, but it's not pushed up too much like on the D7200 or the Fostex TH610 or anything. So it has a bit of a bass push, but not too much. And also has a pretty nice mid-range and upper treble as well. All these, they're going to be bright sounding headphones, I think, because they're Japanese headphones, which are generally bright sounding. But yeah, overall, I would say the D9200, very detailed and a very nice all-around performer, whereas the AWKT is more of a specialist headphone meant for people who like female vocals in the upper mid-range. And then, on top of that is the AP2000Tis, which is more towards just the high end, so treble sparkle, I would say. If you're listening to a lot of electronic music or things that have a lot of upper treble, then yeah, AP2000s will kind of accentuate any kind of those kind of dynamics, right? Hi-hats, cymbals, those type of things. So all these headphones kind of have their own characteristics. Out of these, I think the D9200s are the best all-around performer. Also, the most comfortable out of them as well. So like, I really like the high-end quality leather that Denon used on the D9200s. Really comfortable. The AWKTs are not comfortable at all. I don't like this headphone design. And the AP2000Tis are comfortable, but not quite as comfortable as the D9200s. But then again, these do fold up as well, and D9200s do not. So the D9200s are not as portable. Anyways, these are the three Japanese headphones I'll be comparing it to. I haven't tried out the AWAS right now. That's going to be the topic, the main topic of this video, and after I try it out, I'll show you guys my subjective impressions and compare it with these headphones, and then I'll do a subsequent add-on that does a comparison sound test between this one and the rest of these. So yeah, stay tuned, but I'm excited to finally check out the Audio-Technica AWAS. I've always seen this in Audio-Technica's lineup, and I had the AP2000Ti, which comes right beneath it, as well as the AWKT, which comes above it, but I never had the AWAS, which comes in between these two in terms of price. So yeah, now I'm very curious, you know, how this one really compares. Is it going to kind of split the difference between these two? Well, actually, these two are both specialized. They both are kind of focused on the high end. So yeah, I really wonder how the AWS is going to compare, actually, because yeah, these two are really kind of specialized towards genres of music that focuses more on the upper mid-range to high-end. So I wonder how this one will compare to those two. I hope it's actually more like the D9200, because this one's going to be more balanced. But this honestly looks even better than the D9200, so I hope that, well, we'll see. We'll find out. I'm going to listen to them, and then I'll let you guys know. So yeah, stay tuned for the sound impressions. Alright, so now I have all the headphones set up here, and I'll be using my Hi-B RS6 digital audio player, which has a pretty good resistor ladder DAC inside of it. And yeah, I'll be using it to test all these headphones, and I'll give you guys my subjective impressions first. Okay, so how should I do this? These are all expensive Japanese headphones, all made in Japan. You know, oh man, I don't know how I got such a collection, but yeah, I mean, once you dig into the headphone world, I guess it's hard to stop, right? So I think I'll start off with the cheapest and go up in price, okay? So the cheapest actually out of all these is my Audio-Technica AP2000Tis, which retail for $1,250 US. Yeah, this is my cheapest headphone out of all these. So yeah, I'm just going to do a few different subjective impressions of all these headphones and give you guys my thoughts in real time when I'm listening to all of them. I'm going to play the same tracks on each, right? Alright, so yeah, so I'm going to try the AP2000Tis first, because this is actually the cheapest. And this one I'm fairly familiar with, because I've actually used this when I was traveling before. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, the Audio-Technica AP2000Tis. Basically my summary of this headphone, I've already done a video on this headphone before, but again, my summaries of these headphones, that it's a very specialized headphone. I mean, definitely can work for other genres of music, but I think it really excels in electronic music and dance music, maybe hip-hop, that type of music that has a lot of energy, because it just amplifies the energy. So the thing about these headphones is it's just the bass is okay, maybe on the light side. The mid-range is also just okay. It's the high-end that these headphones really accentuate the high-end. So basically every time you like hear the snare drums, the hi-hats, the cymbals, everything that goes up into treble frequencies, these will just emphasize that. It's very treble forward. Bright headphone, very bright. I wouldn't say it's sibilant, although some people say this is a sibilant headphone. I don't think it's sibilant. It's just very bright, and it very much treble forward. So it just emphasizes all the high end, and because it does that, I think it gives tracks a lot of energy, which is why I really recommend this for dance music, electronic music, K-pop, any of these music, or just regular pop, right? Modern pop, any kind of music that has a lot of high end, a lot of dynamics. This is just going to make even more livelier. So yeah, I like the fact that it's actually pretty comfortable, like the leather headband, the leather ear cups, the fact that it folds down, it's semi-portable, I guess. So overall, the AP2000Ti's, yeah, very special headphone, really meant for specific genres of music, but in those genres of music, it really excels. So yeah, I really do think for music with a lot of energy in it, this just amplifies all the energy. It makes you want to tap your toes, right, when you listen to this. So yeah, very specialized headphone. Actually, I don't think any of these headphones are going to require much power to drive, because generally Japanese headphones don't require a lot of power to drive. So you can just use the unbalanced cable for all these. You just drive it from your smartphone or whatever. It's fine. You don't even have to use the balanced cable because they don't need that much power. But yeah, the AP2000Ti's, very specialized headphone. Very treble forward on the high end. So the high end just sparkles. It's very airy highs. But on the other hand, the bass and the mids are just okay. So anyways, very specialized headphone. Okay, the next most expensive actually would be the AWAS after this. So these headphones that we just unboxed, yeah, time to check them out, because these are the next most expensive. Actually, it's the next tier up from this headphone. These are $1,400 US. And they're quite a bit different than the AP2000Ti's, because you can see the driver difference, right? These have a much bigger driver. They use a wooden ear cup, and the headband's different. Not as portable, definitely a heavier headphone. Alright, so let's check it out here. Yeah. Okay, so far I can definitely tell you already the ear cups are not as comfortable as the AP2000Ti's. Like the AP2000Ti's ear cups just fit pretty nicely, snugly. The AWAS ear pads, they're very loose. So yeah, so the issue with these ear cups is that because they're so big, they pretty much just sit on my ear. Because like a regular ear cup like the AP2000Ti's, like they kind of just go over my ear. But these ones, because they're so big, like the ear pads and ear cups are so big, they just sit on my ear, which is not as comfortable. It's the same thing with the AWKTs, which has the same ear cups. It just sits on my ear, so it's like almost like an on-ear headphone, not really an over-ear headphone. But yeah, I don't like it. It's not as comfortable as much. The headband, yeah, the headband is also not really my taste. I mean, it's not really uncomfortable. Like an uncomfortable headband would be like the Audis, Audis LCD2. Those are pretty uncomfortable to wear, but they're not really comfortable either. I can't say that they're comfortable. All right, let's check out the same songs. Okay, so the AWAS, I think that these headphones are, again, specialized. And I hate to say this, but it seems like Audio-Technica, all their headphones are just kind of specialized. They don't really seem to have any, like, they don't have anything like the Denon D9200s, basically, which is kind of good for all kinds of music. This is also kind of specialized because I can tell they're focusing on the mids with this one. So this one is kind of, yeah, the mids are definitely accentuated with this one. I wouldn't say they're too forward or anything like that, but they're definitely a thing that kind of stands out about this headphone. The mids are very detailed, so actually kind of reminds me a bit of the Fostex TH610s. So it does accentuate the mids a bit, but it's actually not as balanced as the TH610s are, because these don't really have good bass. The bass is actually kind of anemic with this. I think with the AP2000Ti's, also not really great bass, but yeah, the AWAS, the bass is just a bit flat sounding. It's kind of anemic. The treble and the high end is definitely not as pushed up as the AP2000Ti's, but the mids are definitely more accentuated and more detailed than the AP2000Ti's. So yeah, that's how I feel about these ones. $1,400 for this. Again, I'm not sure if I would pay the full price for these. They do look really nice though, right? The Japanese cherry wood, but Yeah, these are good for tracks with a lot of vocals, like male vocals, female vocals, because that lives in the mid range, right? So yeah, if you're looking for just headphones specialized for mids, like detailed mids, these will just do it. But then again, I think that the Fostex TH610 would be an even better choice because it's more balanced sounding. It's got like better bass elevation and also I think more balanced treble as well. And it also costs a lot less. The TH610s cost like what, $600, $700? These cost double the price of the Fostex TH610s. The 610s also have really good detailed mids as well, but it's also more balanced sounding. So I don't know, it doesn't look quite as good as the AWAS, but I think the Fostex TH610s are pretty much just a more balanced version of these with the same detailed mids as these. So I don't know. Again, kind of Audio-Technica with their specialized headphones. I don't know what they're doing there. Seems like all their headphones are a little bit unbalanced. But anyways, that's the AWAS. A little bit disappointed because I kind of wanted, like, just based on the reviews I read online, I thought this would be a more balanced sounding headphone, but it's actually not. Yeah, the treble is not as good as the AP2000Ti's are, and the bass is not really there. So yeah, a bit disappointing. Okay, next up, Denon D9200s, which is next level, $1,600 for these. These are Denon's top of the line headphones. Yeah, Japanese bamboo, let's go. I think the Denon D9200s, these ones are the most balanced out of all the headphones here. Alright. Let's go. Same tracks. Yeah, so the D9200s, these are, like I said, these are the most balanced out of these headphones because it actually has really good bass. And this has probably by far the best bass out of all these headphones. It's better than any of the Audio-Technica's bass. Now, Denon just knows how to do bass. I mean, if you just go to, I've tried out the D5200 and D7200 especially. D7200 is amazing bass. This one, again, not the bass isn't pushed up as high as the D7200s, but still very good bass, still pushed up a little bit. Better bass by far than any of the Audio-Technicas. So that's what makes this a bit more balanced. The mids are not quite as detailed as the AWAS or the AWKTs for that matter. However, they're not bad. They're still reasonably detailed, just not quite as focused as the on the mids as the AWS is. High end is okay. It's not AP2000Ti level, but it's again just okay. I think because of the pushed up bass on this, it just sounds a bit more balanced sounding. It sounds like these Audio-Technicas, now I don't consider myself a bass head or anything like that, but these Audio-Technicas just don't have enough bass. That's the thing. Like they're just almost anemic in the amount of bass that they have. But the Denons actually have the bass. So that makes these probably the best balanced sounding out of all these high-end Japanese headphones that I'm looking at today. So anyways, I like the sound signature of the Denons. I think these are the most balanced, the best tuned out of all the headphones here. Yeah, because these actually have bass. They're slammy bass, which is really good. Okay, lastly, the most expensive headphones out of all these is the AWKTs. And these ones, I have a very polarizing kind of opinion on these as well. But just to familiarize myself with this again, let's check it out. And I'm not going to use the cables that came with it because they're very microphonic. So I'm actually going to use the AWAS cables because these are not quite as microphonic as the AWKTs. Yeah, I don't know why they supply the AWKTs with very microphonic cables, but the AWAS cables are better. Use the same connectors, so let's do this. And it's exactly the same in terms of comfort compared to the AWS because this is the same headband design. Same ear cup design. So yeah, the ear cups again just kind of like they lie on top of my ears because they're so big. So it's the same issue as with the AWAS, the AWKTs. Ear cups are so big they just kind of lie flat on top of my ears, which yeah, I'm not as comfortable with. I think the D9200 is probably the most comfortable out of all these. So these are not just the best balanced sounding, these are also just the most comfortable too. So still, Denon D9200s for comfort too. Alright, AWKTs, the most expensive, $1,900 US. Please. Alright, play the same tracks. Alright, so yeah, the AWKTs, I think in my original review comparing the AWKTs with the D9200s, I said the AWKTs are one of the most disappointing headphones I've ever bought because of like how expensive it was, $1,900 US retail, and it just didn't impress me at all. And yeah, I just think it's odd. These are just probably the weirdest tuned out of all these headphones, and that's saying a lot for Audio-Technica, but man, why did Audio-Technica tune these this way? Like, it's definitely got more similarities than differences with the AWAS. I mean, these two, like, they have a similar sound quality, but the difference is that the AWKT is emphasizing specifically the upper mid-range to the high end. And, like, the AWAS emphasizes the mids, but it's at least the entire mid-range, where it's like you can feel the upper mid-range and the lower mid-range, so it just has more body to it. So the mids are emphasized in the AWAS, but it also feels kind of full, has more body because it's emphasizing the whole mid-range. AWKTs only emphasizes the upper mid-range, not the lower mid-range, so the mids don't feel like it has as much body as the AWAS. I mean, it's just as detailed. It's not even more detailed, it's just as detailed as the AWAS when it comes to the upper mid-range. But then the high end is probably a bit better. The high end on the AWKTs is a bit better than the AWAS, but it's not exactly the same level as the AP2000Ti's either. So, I don't know, it's just a weirdly tuned headphone. It's like, again, anemic bass. It doesn't have much bass at all. None of these really do except for the Denons. The mid-range, it's only the upper mid-range. The lower mid-range isn't that emphasized, but the upper mid-range is. So like for the female vocals, it all jumps out, but for male vocals, it doesn't, which is weird. And then the high end is, you know, better than on the AWAS, but and it's also better than the D9200s, but not quite up to the AP2000s level. So this is basically all upper mid-range and highs. So again, I'm not sure who this is for. Is it for people who like to just listen to female vocals and that's it? Like, this is a very specific headphone. It's probably the, yeah, maybe it might be like the most specific out of them all because the tuning's just so weird. I don't know. And these are the most expensive too. So I don't get it with the AWKTs. In terms of value, it's the worst one because I think I would actually take any of these three over the AWKTs in terms of the sound tuning, right? So I don't know what's up with this one. It's like, it's not comfortable and the tuning's not great. It just looks good because look at it. Oh, it's Japanese. This is a Japanese walnut, right? The kokutan, which looks great. I like the dark Japanese wood. Craftsmanship is really good, so polished and everything. But that's the only good thing I can really say about this. I mean, otherwise, this is all just upper mid-range and a little bit of highs, and that's really just it. Like, no emphasis on lower mid-range. There's no bass. Well, I shouldn't say no bass, just, yeah, not very good bass. Kind of flabby. So, I don't know. Just a weird tuned headphone. Okay. Plus, even the cables that come with it aren't good. They're microphonic. So, I don't know. This has got to be the most disappointing headphone, the AWKTs. The AWAS, not quite as disappointing as the AWKTs, but still kind of disappointing because I was expecting it to be more balanced. It's not. But at least it emphasizes the whole mid-range. So, I actually think this is, if I were to choose between these two, I'm going to choose the AWAS because this is cheaper. And also, it's got a more depth and fuller bodied mid-range. Okay, it might not have the highs of the AWKT, but I think it has more mids and better mids because it's more full. So yeah, and it's cheaper. So otherwise, I mean, these two are built pretty similar, same construction and design and everything. Just the AWKT's just the upper mid-range and a bit of highs, and the AWAS is more just the whole mid-range. Which I think is more useful, right? Because most songs live in the mid if you're talking about just guitar solos and guitars and vocals and everything. So to me, picking between these two, yeah, the AWAS is my pick between the, yeah, if you compare it to the AWKTs, yeah, this, I'm not sure why this is so expensive because it's not even more detailed. Like, like they're about the same level of detail. It's just this one is only upper mid-range and highs only. This is more just the mids, but I think it's more, it's more like compared to this one, it's better tuned actually. So I mean, because most songs do live in the mids, so it's not too bad. And it also looks just as good, right, with the Japanese cherry wood here. So yeah, but still disappointing because it's really still not very balanced. AP2000Ti's, again, a specialized headphone, mainly for the highs. So this one has the best highs out of all these headphones, but mid-range and bass are just okay. But again, it's not the weirdest out of these. I think the tuning is a little bit weird on these because they're specialized towards the highs, but it's not like crazy weird like on the AWKTs either. So these ones I can put up with. These ones are okay. Plus I like the fact that they're kind of like foldable and everything. So and actually decently comfortable too. The best headphone out of all these is the Denon D9200s. I mean, Denon just tuned these pretty well, I think. They may not have the detailed mid-range of the AWKTs or the AWAS. However, they have very good bass, and they're just more balanced because it's like everything is like not specialized or like, yeah, so it's just that the Audio-Technica for some reason specialized in something for all their headphones. Maybe that's their purpose, but yeah, like AWKTs is all upper mid-range, so it's like female vocals only. AWAS is all just mid-range, so hey, male vocals and female vocals. AP2000Ti's is all highs, so like, okay, electronic music and dance music and modern pop, okay, that's good for that. Denon D9200 is good for everything because it doesn't focus on anything. It's just got a good tuning all around. It's got good bass, decent mids, decent highs. Yeah, it doesn't have the highs of the AP2000Ti. It doesn't have the mids of the AWS or AWKT, but they're not bad either. They're still like reasonably detailed, and it has the bass, the better bass than all of them. So, yeah, yeah, I think that the most balanced and the best is the D9200. Not to mention the fact that they use standard 3.5mm connectors, whereas Audio-Technica uses their proprietary A2DC, so it's easier to find a third-party cable for the Denons. And they're also more comfortable too because of this nice leather headband here, which actually I like a little bit better than the AP2000Ti's because this one has a little bit more padding on the top. So the Denon D9200s are going to be my pick. I think these are the most balanced, best sounding overall. In terms of tuning, it's the best overall. Best bass overall, of course, and most comfortable. And overall, yeah, they did a good job on these. They don't swivel as much as the AP2000Ti's, but yeah, overall I think Denon did a good job on these. Japanese bamboo, so they also have the Craftsmanship as well, although it's not quite as, doesn't have the popping appearance of these two right here. These two Audio-Technicas, obviously you can see that the wood here just kind of pops out, but Denons don't have that. However, they do have texture. So the D9200 just has the texture on the bamboo. That's something that is a little bit too smooth on the Audio-Technicas, I feel. So they don't have the texture on the wood here. But that's just talking about exterior appearances. Yeah, overall I think the D9200s are going to be my pick here. It's just most balanced overall. These are all made in Japan, so I'm going to say the build quality is good on all these headphones, but my first pick out of these would be the Denon D9200s. Yeah, the best bass out of all of them, the most comfortable. The cables are the best because they're actually like replaceable and yet easy to find third-party cables for them. And yeah, they still got the Craftsmanship, the Japanese bamboo and everything. So, and it's probably the best for most genres of music. Next up after that, pretty much a tie between the AP2000Ti's and the AWAS. They're just good for different things. AWAS, if I'm listening to male, female vocals, this is really nice because it emphasizes the whole mid-range. It's got good body in the mid-range. AP2000Ti's doesn't have the mids, but it has the highs. So when I'm listening to modern pop music or K-pop or dance music, EDM, yeah, then the AP2000s are what I'll go for. So they're both good. Yeah, I wish that these ones came with like the ear cups. Kind of bother me because it just lie flat on top of my ears. But overall, yeah, these two are about equal. It really depends on what type of music I'm listening to. And then last place is the AWKTs. Just terrible value. I mean, $1,900, you're paying them this much money, and all you get is like upper mid-range and highs, and that's really it. And it's not even better quality in any of those. Like, it's about equal to the AWAS. Okay, the highs might be a bit better, but it's like, okay, but you're losing like a lot of the mid-range too. So it's like, it's not better than the AWAS even. So yeah, it's, I don't know who this headphone is for, but yeah, this is in last place here, the AWKTs, the worst value. I don't know when I would ever use those. So anyways, that's pretty much my my conclusion after listening to all these. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some music on all of them, the same tracks, so you guys can kind of listen for yourselves and draw your own conclusions. But yeah, that's it. That's my verdict on all these headphones. The Denon D9200 still remain my favorite out of all these high-end Japanese headphones. And then after that, a tie between the AWS and the AP2000Tis, depending on which kind of music I'm listening to. And then the AWKT's in last place, because I'm not really sure what I would use this for. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yeah, these are all bright headphones. I think Japanese headphones tend to be bright as well. And I'm not saying that these don't have bass. I mean, they do have bass. Like aside from the Denon D9200s, of course these have bass, but the Audio-Technicas, I just feel like their bass is a little bit weak. It just sounds like flabby, I guess. I don't know a better way to describe it. It's just like compared to the D9200s, these have very slammy bass, which is that's a good thing, I think. It thumps hard. Whereas the bass from the rest of these Audio-Technica ones, they're just it's there, but I'm not saying they have no bass. It's there, but it's just it's a bit anemic, right? It's just a bit weak and flabby. And the D9200 just stomps all over it when it comes to the bass. So yeah, this one just hits hard. So anyways, I'm just saying in relative terms, right? I'm not saying they don't have any bass. They do. It's just they don't hit as hard as the D9200s do. So I actually want to add another headphone to this comparison, which I haven't talked about yet, and that's the Fostex TH610. This is another Japanese wooden closed back headphone. It actually retails for about $700, so it's on a different price level than the rest of these headphones. It's definitely cheaper. However, I do want to still put it in this comparison video because I feel like the tonality and sound signature are kind of similar to the AWAS. So when I think about the AWAS, like I said already, the mid-range is quite detailed on this, so it's a very full-bodied, detailed mid-range. And that's something that I feel about the Fostex TH610 as well. And I think, me and actually my audiophile friend both think that the TH610 is Fostex's best tuned headphone. The reason is because it's just very evenly balanced, got a decent amount of bass. The highs can be a little bit harsh for some people, but overall I think it's got very good tonality to it, and the mid-range is very detailed and defined, just like on the AWAS. I do think that the AWAS still has the edge in mid-detail, however the TH610 has it in spades as well. So I thought, okay, maybe let's do a comparison between these two. I know that the AWAS costs double. The TH610, this retails for $700, this is $1,400, so it's double the price. However, the TH610 I do feel like is probably Fostex's best tuned and best balanced headphone. I mean, I've tried the high-end ones that Fostex has as well, so the TH909 and the TH900, which are more specialized headphones, I feel. If you look up any reviews of those headphones, you'll find that it has a more specialized tuning. But the TH610, I think, is the one that has the best, most detailed mid-range, and the one that actually has the most widest appeal. And it's actually a very underrated headphone. Not many people talk about the TH610, but I think it's definitely Fostex's most, best tuned headphone, I would say. So anyways, I'm going to put this in the comparison test as well, because I do think that in many ways the Audio-Technica AWS is almost like an extension of the Fostex TH10. Yeah, so it's almost like it's got a little bit more mid-range bite and detail in soundstage, but it's, the TH610 comes pretty close, and this is like half the price. So I do want to compare these two as well, as I feel like both of these headphones are pretty much, like, for mid-detail, they're two of the best headphones, actually, closed-back headphones on the market when it comes to mid-detail retrieval. So, anyways, I want to compare these two, and I'll put this one in the comparison as well, the Fostex TH610s.
두드리고 있어 반짝이는 수면 위를 매일 잔잔하게 일렁이는 사이날 알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 난 너를 헤집어 알아 하루 종일 넌 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 Make it get 하려고 웃는 너는 So tell me what you wanna do boy 너만 닿을수록 thirsty 분명 가득한 듯 thirsty Yeah I got you boy Sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 얕은 수면보다 훨씬 짙은 너의 맘 끝까지 알고 싶어 Just sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 맘이 커질수록 thirsty Yeah 난 또 너를 두드리고 있어 반짝이는 수면 위를 매일 잔잔하게 일렁이는 사이날 알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 난 너를 헤집어 알아 하루 종일 넌 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 Make it get 하려고 웃는 너는 So tell me what you wanna do boy 너만 닿을수록 thirsty 분명 가득한 듯 thirsty Yeah I got you boy Sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 얕은 수면보다 훨씬 짙은 너의 맘 끝까지 알고 싶어 Just sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 맘이 커질수록 thirsty Yeah 난 또 너를 두드리고 있어 반짝이는 수면 위를 매일 잔잔하게 일렁이는 사이날 알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 난 너를 헤집어 알아 하루 종일 넌 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 Make it get 하려고 웃는 너는 So tell me what you wanna do boy 너만 닿을수록 thirsty 분명 가득한 듯 thirsty Yeah I got you boy Sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 얕은 수면보다 훨씬 짙은 너의 맘 끝까지 알고 싶어 Just sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 맘이 커질수록 thirsty Yeah 난 또 너를 두드리고 있어 반짝이는 수면 위를 매일 잔잔하게 일렁이는 사이날 알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 난 너를 헤집어 알아 하루 종일 넌 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 Make it get 하려고 웃는 너는 So tell me what you wanna do boy 너만 닿을수록 thirsty 분명 가득한 듯 thirsty Yeah I got you boy Sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 얕은 수면보다 훨씬 짙은 너의 맘 끝까지 알고 싶어 Just sip sip sipping all night So dip dip dipping all night 맘이 커질수록 thirsty Yeah 난 또 너를 두드리고 있어 반짝이는 수면 위를 매일 잔잔하게 일렁이는 사이 알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 날 너를 헤집어 알아 하루 종일 넌 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 Make it get 하려고 웃는 너는 So tell me what you wanna do boy 너는 닿을수록 thirsty 분명 가득한 듯 thirsty Yeah I got you boy sipping all night dipping all night 옅은 소면보다 훨씬 지쳐 너에만 끝까지 알고 싶어 just sipping all night dipping all night 맘이 커질수록 thirsty
Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. You didn't run, you didn't lie, you knew I wanna hold you. And had you gone, you knew in time we'd meet again before I told you. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, I really want for you to hear me say we'll be together every day. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. You didn't run, you didn't lie, you knew I wanna hold you. And had you gone, you knew in time we'd meet again before I told you. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, I into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. You didn't run, you didn't lie, you knew I wanna hold you. And had you gone, you knew in time we'd meet again, for I told you. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, I really want for you to hear me say we'll be together every day. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, didn't know what I would find. There, another road where maybe I could see another side. There, ooh, and then I suddenly see, ooh, and then I tell you that I need you every single day of my life. You didn't run, you didn't lie, you knew I wanna hold you. And had you gone, you knew in time we'd meet again, for I told you. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, I really want for you to hear me say we'll be together every day. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life. Got to get you into my life, into my life.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that sound comparison test. Just as like a final TLDR of things, I'm just going to give you guys my ranking just according to some various criteria. So overall, in terms of lows, like for bass, definitely the D9200s are going to be in first place. But then after that, pretty close between all of them. I don't think that there's I don't think there's actually a second place really, because all of these are pretty similar in terms of the bass. So I would say that it's pretty much a tie between all of these for second place. But it's just definitely the D9200s in first place for the bass. Then for the mids, I'm going to take the AWAS for sure, the AWAS. I think the mids are very full-bodied and very detailed actually. So I'm going to take the AWAS for mids in first place. Second place, probably the AWKTs, because it does have that emphasis in the upper mid-range, and then pretty detailed in the upper mid-range there. And then the D9200s, I would probably say in third place, and then the AP2000Ti is in fourth place for the mids. But both of these are a clear step behind in the mids compared to these two in terms of detail. Then for the highs, definitely the AP2000Ti's in first place. These have amazing highs, very super airy and detailed. And then the AWKTs after that, pretty close to the AP2000Ti's in terms of the highs, but not quite as airy, not quite as sparkling, but still pretty good highs on the AWKTs. And then probably I would say the D9200s, and then the AWAS, pretty close in terms of the highs in third place. So yeah, then in terms of soundstage, I would say that all the Audio-Technicas, I think, have a bigger soundstage than the Denon D9200s. Not to say these don't have much of a soundstage, it's just I feel like Audio-Technica did a pretty good job on the soundstage of all their high-end premium headphones. Like, it's a closed back. These are all closed back headphones, so they're not gonna compare to the equivalent level open backs. But still, I think that Audio-Technica did a pretty decent job on all three of their premium headphones here for closed backs. So I think the soundstage is pretty decent on all three of the premium ones here. Denon's, the D9200 is a little bit lower in the soundstage compared to these three Audio-Technicas here. So yeah, in terms of the soundstage, I think all the Audio-Technicas are going to be higher than the Denons here. Then in terms of comfort, I'm going to say the Denon D9200 is again number one in terms of comfort. I just love this leather headband here, very nice, and the leather pads here, also very nice. And then the AP2000Ti's after that. Leather headbands also nice on the AP2000Ti's, not quite as much as the D9200s. And then tied for third place, these two have the exact same headband, and they're not really that comfortable. So that's the third place there. In terms of appearance, I'm going to say I like the Kokutan wood the best on the AWKTs, so I do like the wood the most on the AWKTs. And then the AWAS comes pretty close with the Japanese cherry wood. And then after that, probably the D9200s with the Japanese bamboo, I would say in third place. And then the AP2000Ti's, not to say that these look bad, they have a nice titanium shell right here. It's just that this is a fingerprint magnet, and you can easily see that, right? It's like, you can easily see fingerprints all over the titanium shell here. So yeah, it's not to say AP2000s are not a looker. I mean, definitely the titanium is a looker here, but it's just that it's a fingerprint magnet. So yeah, and I don't like it quite as much as the wooden ear cups in terms of craftsmanship. So that's like basically the TLDR of everything here in terms of yeah, the sound quality, the highs, mid, lows, soundstage, comfort, and appearance for all these. I would say in terms of value, these are all expensive headphones, so I don't think they're like, if you really want good value, I would say the headphones below $1,000 are better. The Darren Clarke Noir X that came out recently, that's probably better value, because I think that one's has got some pretty amazing praise. I haven't tried that one, but it's got amazing praise. And then the Fostex TH610s, like I said, it's like the AWAS, but it's even more balanced than the AWAS is, because it's got the super detailed mid-range, but it's also got more level bass and highs. So yeah, I think the TH610 is a pretty good value. And yeah, overall, I think that you're not really going to find super value on any of these, but again, if I were to choose one, my favorite's still the D9200. I know it's expensive at $1,600, but if I were to choose one here, I still think that this one is probably the best. Yeah, even though the AP2000Ti's are the cheapest, but it's still $1,250, so I can't say that's good value either. But I'm gonna say the Denon's probably $1,600 is expensive, but relative to the rest of these, yeah, it's probably the best value. I mean, all these are really expensive, so. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and how you guys think of this sound comparison test. Which one did you enjoy the most? Let me know. As always, thanks for watching. Also, I have to mention that none of these headphones are good values. Like for the sound quality, you can definitely find better sounding headphones for the price. But I do think that part of the reason why they're so expensive is because of the craftsmanship, right? So especially when it comes to the wooden closebacks, like, yeah, the AWKTs, right, with the beautiful kokutan, like Japanese walnut, and the AWAS, the Japanese cherry wood, right, look how beautiful that looks. And the Denon D9200, Japanese bamboo, and even the AP2000Ti doesn't have a wooden closeback, but these are all made in Japan, and I'm sure it took some craftsmanship for these titanium cups too. So I have to say that part of the reason why these are so expensive is not really because of the sound quality, it's because of the craftsmanship too. So you guys can see how beautiful these all look. It's Japanese people, like, they put a high value on craftsmanship and the artistic value of these things. So that's part of the reason. I think that's part of the cost, right? They're all made in Japan, and have very premium materials. So yeah, I would say for the money, you're not really paying for just the sound quality, you're paying for the craftsmanship. So in that sense, I guess whether or not it's overpriced depending on what you value, right? I would say yes, it's overpriced just based on the sound quality alone, but if you were to take into account, you know, the art value of the craftsmanship and materials, then it might be worth it to some people. Yeah, so it really depends on what you value, whether it's just the sound quality or the whole thing, like just looking at the whole package. Because, you know, definitely the presentation, I think, and appearance do matter to people as well. And I know, for example, the AWKT, this is $500 more expensive than the AWAS. Part of the reason could be the box it comes in. The AWKT comes in this nice wooden box. The AWAS comes in like this kind of felt box, so it's not quite as nice. Maybe that's part of the price differences there. I'm trying to figure it out because honestly, I don't think there's a big difference in sound quality between these two. They're just little bit differently tuned. It's not even that differently tuned. And both of these have high craftsmanship. I think probably the price difference might come down to the boxes. Yeah, just this one, the AWKT has a nice wooden box. I mean, that's I can't think of any other reason why this one would be so much more expensive, but yeah. But I do think these two look the nicest, right? AWS and AWKTs. But Japanese bamboo looks nice too on this one, although it's not really. I think that the D7200 with the walnut also looks pretty nice too, and the D5200 with the zebra wood. But yeah, anyways, just saying, I'm not trying to justify that these are overpriced. It's definitely overpriced for the sound quality. Just saying a reason why they might be so expensive is the craftsmanship and the presentation as well. It's not just the sound quality. So anyways, different things matter to different people. So I'm just gonna say it might be overpriced to a lot of people, but it's not overpriced to everyone. I would say whether or not something is overpriced, it really depends on the person. It's all relative to your thinking. So yeah, like, this definitely is overpriced, I would say, to the majority of people, but to some people, you know, they might appreciate the craftsmanship and the presentation and the materials, and then to those people it might not be overpriced. So anyways, it's all relative, right?